turn to section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about how festivals impact local economies.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
Festivals play a significant role in driving economic growth in local communities. These events attract visitors, stimulate spending, and create employment opportunities, making them essential for sustaining regional economies. Whether cultural, music, food, or seasonal celebrations, festivals bring people together while boosting various sectors of the local economy. One of the most immediate impacts of festivals is the increase in tourism. Visitors often travel from other cities or countries, spending money on accommodation, transportation, food, and souvenirs. This influx of visitors generates substantial revenue for local businesses, including hotels, restaurants, and retail stores. For instance, the Rio Carnival in Brazil and Oktoberfest in Germany draw millions of tourists annually, contributing billions of dollars to their respective economies. Moreover, festivals create jobs, both directly and indirectly. Event organizers hire staff for logistics, security, marketing, and ticketing. Simultaneously, local vendors, artists, and performers gain opportunities to showcase their talents and sell their products or services. Seasonal employment also surges, providing temporary work for many community members. The benefits extend beyond immediate economic gains. Festivals often highlight local culture and heritage, enhancing the area's reputation as a tourist destination. This can lead to long-term investments in infrastructure, such as improved roads, public spaces, and transportation, which benefit residents year-round. However, there are challenges to consider. Organizing large-scale events can strain local resources and infrastructure. Increased foot traffic may lead to environmental degradation, waste management issues, and noise pollution. Therefore, careful planning and sustainable practices are necessary to maximize benefits while minimizing negative impacts. Festivals are more than just celebrations, they are vital economic catalysts for local communities. By attracting visitors, creating jobs, and promoting culture, festivals contribute to economic growth and community development. With proper management, their positive impact can be amplified, benefiting all stakeholders involved.
That is the end of section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about the impact of urbanization on traditional communities.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
Urbanization, the process of population migration from rural areas to urban centers, has significantly reshaped societies worldwide. While it is often associated with economic growth and modernization, urbanization also presents profound challenges to traditional communities, altering their way of life, culture, and social structures. One of the most notable impacts is the erosion of cultural traditions. As people move to cities, they often adopt new lifestyles that differ from their rural roots. Traditional practices, languages, and art forms may become diluted or lost entirely. For instance, indigenous rituals and crafts may be abandoned as younger generations seek urban employment opportunities, leading to a gradual disappearance of cultural heritage. Urbanization also disrupts community bonds. Rural areas are typically characterized by close-knit social networks, where relationships are deeply interwoven. In contrast, cities foster a more individualistic environment, where connections tend to be transient and less personal. This shift can lead to feelings of isolation and a loss of collective identity among members of traditional communities. Economically, urbanization creates both opportunities and challenges. While cities offer access to better jobs, education, and healthcare, traditional livelihoods such as farming and handicrafts often suffer. Communities that rely on agriculture or artisanal work may struggle to compete with industrial-scale production, forcing them to abandon their ancestral occupations. Land use changes are another significant issue. Urban expansion frequently encroaches on rural areas, leading to displacement of communities and loss of ancestral lands. This not only disrupts people's lives but also poses a threat to ecosystems and biodiversity, as forests, wetlands, and farmlands are transformed into urban landscapes. However, urbanization is not entirely detrimental. It provides opportunities for traditional communities to share their culture with a broader audience. Festivals, cuisine, and crafts can gain global recognition through urban tourism and digital platforms. While urbanization offers pathways to progress, it also challenges the preservation of traditional communities. Balancing urban growth with cultural preservation and community well-being requires thoughtful planning and inclusive policies to ensure that progress does not come at the expense of heritage.
That is the end of Section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to Section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about the effects of globalization on culinary practices.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
Globalization has brought people, goods, and ideas closer than ever before, significantly influencing culinary practices worldwide. As cultural and economic exchanges grow, food has become one of the most prominent markers of globalization, creating both opportunities and challenges for preserving traditional cuisines. One of the most visible effects of globalization is the fusion of cuisines. Ingredients and cooking techniques from different parts of the world are now widely accessible, enabling chefs and home cooks to experiment with unique combinations. Dishes such as sushi burritos or tandoori pizzas illustrate this blending of culinary traditions, appealing to a global palate while creating innovative food experiences. Globalization has also made diverse cuisines more accessible. Through trade and travel, once rare ingredients such as quinoa, matcha, and spices like saffron are now staples in kitchens worldwide. Similarly, international restaurants and fast food chains have spread across continents, introducing new flavors to local audiences. For example, Chinese dumplings, Italian pasta, and Mexican tacos are enjoyed far beyond their regions of origin. However, globalization poses challenges to preserving traditional culinary practices. In some cases, the global demand for exotic dishes has led to the overexploitation of natural resources, threatening the sustainability of ingredients. Traditional recipes and cooking methods may also be overshadowed by more commercialized or simplified versions of ethnic cuisines, potentially leading to a loss of cultural authenticity. Moreover, local food systems are often displaced by imported products, which can erode regional food traditions. For example, the widespread availability of processed and fast foods has contributed to shifts in dietary habits, particularly among younger generations, and has impacted health trends globally. Despite these challenges, globalization also creates opportunities for cultural exchange and understanding through food. Culinary tourism and international food festivals celebrate diversity, allowing people to connect with and appreciate different cultures. Furthermore, globalization has sparked movements advocating for sustainable and authentic culinary practices, emphasizing the importance of preserving heritage through food. Globalization has profoundly shaped culinary practices, fostering innovation and accessibility while challenging tradition. Striking a balance between global influences and local preservation is essential to ensure that culinary diversity continues to thrive in an interconnected world.
That is the end of section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4.
You will hear lecturer talking about art therapy helps refugees heal from trauma.
First, you have some time to look at question 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer question 31 to 40.
Art therapy has emerged as a powerful tool in addressing the mental health challenges faced by refugees. Displaced individuals often endure extreme trauma due to war, violence, and the loss of home and family. Traditional therapy methods may not always resonate with individuals who face language and cultural barriers. Art therapy provides a nonverbal outlet for expression, offering a unique and effective way to process difficult emotions and experiences. For refugees, communicating the depth of their pain can be daunting, especially when it involves reliving traumatic events. Art therapy bypasses this challenge by allowing individuals to express themselves through creative activities such as drawing, painting, and sculpting. This process helps externalize internal struggles, making it easier for therapists to understand and address the root of their trauma. Moreover, art therapy promotes emotional release and self-discovery. By engaging in artistic expression, refugees can reconnect with a sense of control and identity that might have been lost during their displacement. Creating art fosters a safe space where individuals can reflect on their experiences and rebuild their confidence in a supportive environment. Another advantage of art therapy is its ability to bridge cultural gaps. Art is a universal language that transcends verbal communication. It enables refugees to communicate their emotions without the need for fluency in the host country's language. This inclusivity makes it a particularly effective tool for therapists working with diverse populations. Group art therapy sessions also help foster community among refugees. Working together on creative projects encourages social interaction, reduces feelings of isolation, and builds a support network among individuals who have faced similar challenges. The benefits of art therapy extend beyond emotional healing. Studies have shown that engaging in creative activities can reduce stress hormones, improve cognitive functioning, and enhance overall well-being. For refugees, these physical and psychological benefits are vital for rebuilding their lives in new and often unfamiliar environments. Art therapy provides a compassionate and effective approach to healing the trauma experienced by refugees. By encouraging expression, fostering community, and promoting emotional resilience, it offers a path toward recovery and integration into a new life.
That is the end of section 4. Now, you have half a minute to check your answers.